Hello and welcome, or welcome back. Today we're going to be working with Tarot's court cards, specifically the suit of swords. We're going to correlate this suit, the air suit, with the zodiac air signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And we'll also correlate these signs to the court cards that represent them in the tarot, as well as the Major Arcana cards that represent each one of these signs. So let's begin with our sign of Gemini. And Geminis, they're known as the communicators of the zodiac, and they reign from May 21st through June 20th. Gemini is a mutable air sign and is characterized by curiosity and quick thinking and adaptability. And Geminis, they possess a real versatile, intellectually driven nature. They really thrive on information, and they actually like to have a lot of different kinds of friends because they're very stimulated by conversation and communication, and they're always curious about what others, how others live and what people think and what they're up to. So it's a very curious sign. They're very active mentally, and they really enjoy communication with people who are different from them. And they're also, in the suit of swords, Gemini is represented by the Knight of Swords. And we've learned that this is kind of a teenage energy, a little bit erratic. The Knight of Swords, this is someone who is really has a tendency to charge forward pretty fast, pretty quickly, sometimes charging into situations or conversations before they even have an understanding as to what's going on or what's needed, or that maybe they don't have the full story and they're just jumping ahead and jumping in because it's kind of their nature to charge forward. And you know, as the twin, Gemini, that sign is really focused on learning and accepting their own duality. And the Major Arcana card that represents the Gemini is the Lovers card. And this card represents partnerships, both partnerships with self and with others. And Gemini is all about partnerships and the duality of self. So it's interesting because we can relate Gemini to Carl Jung's archetypal motif, specifically the journey of the twins. And this talks about two sides of ourselves that we must attempt to reconcile. And this can be like a split of what we perceive as good or bad about ourselves, or it can be what we perceive as reflective or dynamic about ourselves, or what passive and active, even masculine and feminine. So with the Lovers card, it doesn't so much speak about opposing factors and needing to tame them. It speaks more to that there's a need to reconcile our differences and bring them together and learn to live with them, learn to embrace them simultaneously and in harmony, rather than try to choose one or the other or fight the opposing factors. Rather, it's important to learn to integrate those opposing factors and bring them together harmoniously. And that is Gemini. Libra is known as the harmonizer of the zodiac, and this air sign, it reigns from September 23rd through October 22nd. Libra embodies diplomacy and harmony, and they always have a very strong sense of justice. Libra is represented by the Queen of Swords in the court cards, and this queen brings forth an inwardly mature adult energy that leads by thought and words and example, not forceful. Yet this queen is always ready to cut to the chase, cut to the bottom of what's going on. In this card, you see the queen is holding the sword firmly in one hand, with the other hand open and outstretched, meaning that this person, this individual, is open for communication, open for information. And so although one arm is open, one hand is open, the other one is holding tight to the sword. it's going to cut through the BS and get straight to the issue of things. And you know, Libras, they seek fairness and balance, integrity in decision making, and they strive for harmony and peace in their relationships. Now, the card that represents Libra in the Major Arcana is the Justice card. And again, you see that sword in one hand, you see the scales in the other hand. And this card is all about decisions and karma. It's sometimes referred to as the law of attraction card. Justice, equilibrium, and balance are called for when this card presents itself. Now, the implications can be of mercy or severity, and it's really going to depend on what actions led to this card showing up in a spread. But the nature of the air sign Libra and the Tarot's Justice card is all about harmony and balance. And when this card shows up in a spread, depending on what's going on around it, it really shows you that karma is at work. And the sign of Libra is very much about the nature of karma and harmony and balance. Aquarius, this sign is known as the innovator of the zodiac, and it reigns from January 20th through February 18th. Aquarius is a fixed air sign, and it's known for its originality and humanitarian ideas and really intellectual capabilities. It's represented in the tarot by the King of Swords. And this card, this represents an outward mature energy that is leading by action, by taking action and accepting accountability and actually moving in an outward fashion in their way of leading, and even imposing their beliefs and structures into their outer world. Now, Aquarius, they symbolize hope and inspiration and reconnecting with one's inner light. Aquarians really focus on revolutionary ideas and fostering social change. Now, the Major Arcana card that represents the Aquarius sign is the Star. And the Star card, now this card can represent someone who is of a humanitarian bent, or someone who offers aid to others without expecting a reward or even accolades. The Star card can, quite literally represent someone who entertains others, someone who is artistically inclined and even an inspiration to others, and quite literally shining their brightness to the world around them, not hoping for personal gain, but really hoping for community cohesion. So the Star card is about hope, and it's a bright future. And there's a lot to say about this card, but as far as relating to our sign of Aquarius, it's really about community and sharing and moving forward in cohesion. That takes care of our air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Such beautiful signs, every one of you guys. And thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed this. I certainly have, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Hey, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much.